Good morning, peoples. Uh, just want to jump on here, do one of my 20-minute videos real quick before I go and hit the gym. Do a little stretching this morning. Uh, just reflect, relax, rejuvenate myself. Really take full advantage of the day of rest. Do that when you can. You know, it doesn't matter what day of the week it is. At least try to carve out one day. If it's not Sunday, sometimes people work schedules are different. Uh, Man, but if you could get one 24-hour period where you're just to yourself, or even if you're spending time with other people, you're not doing anything out of obligation or a need, uh, but it's just to relax and be grounded, connect with other people, love on other people, love on yourself, and really truly just have a stress-free day. So much that life demands of us throughout the day to day, week to week. We got to make sure that we're recharging ourselves. Prayer, a little reflecting and meditation. Just affirm yourself. Get some good knowledge in you. Let go of some things, and enjoy your surroundings. Whether you're at home, you're cleaning up, or, straightening up, or just relaxing, or doing a puzzle, or reading a book, watching a movie. Enjoy yourself. To me, that's the enjoying the fruits of your labor. What that means to me, to be able to do the work and walk in the purpose, and strive and try to achieve the goals that you set out to achieve. But at the end of the day, taking the time to just, pat yourself on the back, encourage yourself in the Lord, and be ready to face the next step, the next process, the next challenge even. But definitely take time to rest. I want to make sure I don't go over my 20 minutes like I always do. So I know I'm already about 2 minutes in. But man, last night, I was watching some TV and I kind of lost interest and just kind of faded out and really started to just contemplate and meditate a little bit. And thinking about, well, let me start off with this before I even go into what I started thinking about, what prompted me to have those thoughts in my head. My daughter, my 18-year-old, she texted me and asked me what is the results of my MBTI. I think it's the Myers-Briggs indicator test, but it's basically Myers-Briggs type indicator, and it helps you figure out what your personality is. So I did the test with her, and kind of a little fun interaction, and it was just so funny. We were really on point with the test, with how our personalities really are. But it did. I saw some kind of like concrete thing written down in my face about me that I was reading. I'm reading these things and I'm just like, man, I'm just like this. Oh man, I really do this. And, kind of started reflecting on my persona, my personality, all of the different emotions and thought patterns that I exhibit throughout the years. And it made me think about change, and that's what I was thinking about last night. Like, a lot of us don't want to change because we have adopted a personality or a persona that has stuck with us and other people have kind of affirmed you in. Um, Whether affirmation is good or bad, whether it's negative or positive, you're affirming, you're confirming something about a person. And so if a person tells you like, oh, she's just so shy and she's just reserved and or he's laid back, and people are saying these things to you, you hear them enough, you'll begin to take that on, even if that is not your character. It could have been something that was keeping you shy or keeping you withdrawn from other people or voicing or being expressive. It just could have been some fear. It's not just, hey, this is how I was born, all in every sense or every case. But even with that, you recognize that and you realize, hey, it was, some trauma, it was an issue, or it was something that was keeping me from expressing myself, that gave everybody this perception of me that I am shy or I am withdrawn and I'm an introvert, and you recognize that, but deep down inside, you really wanted to step up in that group of 5 or 6 people or whatever talking or around some strangers or whatever, and you wanted to say something to them, that you had a word for them, but your sense of being timid and withdrawn, it prevented that, it blocked that. So you make some changes, you make some adjustments, and you remove some of the anxieties or some of the doubts or fears that'll keep you from doing something that you feel that is in you, and you begin to walk in that, right? And then all of a sudden people start to see this. It's a new light that was shining, a different color in the spectrum of light that you're exhibiting. And they say, wow, I'm not used to this person, or sometimes people are not even wanting to receive that because they have in their mind who they think you are, and they'll try to lock you into that. And for me, I found myself at times going back, even when I have locked a different attribute of myself, a personality trait that I felt that had always been in me, but I didn't know how to fully walk in it. I found myself kind of moving out of that lane and picking back up that old personality only for the benefit of the other person, because this is who they think I am. So because this is who they think I am, then I have to identify with that, and whether it's something negative or something positive, it doesn't matter. It can be positive attributes. It can be, hey, you're a go-to person. Like, you're very dependable. Like, when I need something, I know I can always come and depend on you. Well, that's a good trait and a good personality that, you can walk in, that really highlights your character. See, it's the difference between your persona or your personality and your character. As I was thinking about that, I thought about how much we are creating characters. Think about that word. Think about a movie or a play or somebody in a novel. These are characters. These are personas that are all jumbled all together and placed into this one entity, and you're watching these things. Like, it's almost kind of like a Rubik. I wish I had this. I got it at work, my Rubik's Cube. It's almost like that Rubik's Cube. That's one entity, one square, but it has all of these different colors around it. And all of those different colors, they each represent a different personality. Red is your kind of fiery, spicy side, or angry side, whatever you want to call it. Blue is your more, calm and temperate personality. Yellow could be energetic or cautious or whatever. You get the analogy. But you're trying to match everything up, and that cube is your character, all of those personalities. But your personalities, they can change, they can develop, they can be influenced, and they can be worn, controlled, manipulated, if you can say. You want to be in a mastery mindset over yourself and over your thoughts and over your responses and your actions to other people. And those things are all predicated on our personalities and our personality traits. So I go back to the analogy to what I was saying, and I regress back to identifying with this person because I want to appease what somebody else thinks about me. And really, that's not the lane that I need to be walking in this phase of my life. I have allowed that persona to now control me instead of me controlling it. You know, learning how to take that shyness or that timidness and that meekness just to be wise and slow to speak and more of an observer. But when the time comes for you to be expressive, you don't allow that meekness or that humbleness or that even that sense of reserve, so you can be aware of what other people are saying. You're not so ready to say your point of view that you're not able to really fully hear what the other person is saying. That's okay. That doesn't have to be being shy. But when it is time to, step up and voice what it is that's inside of you that can be beneficial to another person, that can be that radiant light, that purple light, that blue light, that green light to help somebody else. Don't allow that other persona, that other identity to hold you back. So I've been learning how to embrace it, and it's the thing. Many a times people try to bury the things and the personalities and these things that they don't like, and they try to cover it up. They try to cover it up externally. If I change how I look, this will make me more confident. I'm shy and I'm reserved because I'm worried about what other people would think of me. But if I do things that appease other people in my appearance, if I change how I look, if I change how I dress, if I change what I drive, what I do, then I can be that person. No. Don't bury the things that you may not like or the personas that you feel may be negative or holding you back. You embrace them in the sense of, what do you do when you embrace? You embrace, you hold something. Well, that can be twofold. You embrace someone that you love, you hold on to them, but you also embrace somebody that you don't want to go wild. If your kid's about to run across the street, you grab them. And you stop them, you hold them, and you restrict them, and you stop them from running wild. But you do that out of love. You embrace it. That's what you do with that personality. That personality shouldn't be running wild like a kid about to run out into the street. No, because you love yourself. Because that persona is still you. It's still a part of who you are. You love yourself, but you won't let the immature part of you run wild and control and get you potentially hurt in a situation. Like that kid that could get hit by that car. So you run and you grab it, you hold on to it, and you say, hey, I got you. You don't have to run wild. And you begin to understand that personality, why that personality acts the way it acts. Maybe that personality needs to express itself in the right atmosphere. Just like you would take your kid. You can't just restrict that kid. You got to let that kid out. But you take it to a safe place. You take it to a park where it's, padded and it's secure and the gates around and there's no danger, and you're there watching them, and you let them run wild and play. Okay? Learn how to let your personalities Uh, be in the atmosphere that's beneficial to expressing your whole character. Okay? That you begin to organize and place your personalities where they need to be for the season that you're in. So, then that I thought I'd had something that I wanted to quote that kind of went with this, but the gist of what I'm saying is embrace the you that has always been, that has been with you through the tough times, through the triumphs, through the burdens, through the lack, through the abundance. Hold on to that person, because that person was with you. And it was because of that person that you learned how to be the you that you are right now. You're always changing. Every day you're a new you. We go to sleep and our old cells die out and new cells are reborn. Our DNA is constantly repeating itself, making a copy of what you were yesterday. But taking the new growth and adding it into something different from who you were yesterday. And you keep building on that. You keep building on that until you have established your character. And I always say the easiest place to start is with the foundation. What Christ is in you. Christ means the anointed one. You are the anointed one. And Yeshua HaMashiach, he came to be that example of how you can lay this foundation of truth and love and knowledge and wisdom, and continue to build that, and removing and replacing and positioning that persona, those things, those traits that are placed in you that is helping you unlock the whole totality of who you are. So, I leave you guys with something that I got when I was praying and reflecting yesterday. It kind of solidifies this journey that we're on, tapping into being one with God, being one with ourselves, and being one with one another. And I just affirmed myself. I did that yesterday just by saying, you are I am. I am I am. And we are I am. Thank you, Father. So thank you for reflecting with me, listening. I speak blessings over everybody. I pray that you continue to find every key and every answer to help you walk in the true you that you were designed and created to be. Thanks for chatting with DV on Trill Talk. Peace.